Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome to another Daily Masters. We're jumping back, grabbing another nice old replay. We can see the beautiful Units Lost, which doesn't actually represent Units Lost at all. So yes, it is going to be an old one, but it is going to be a good one. I think it's from WCS Season 2, the European Premier League off the top of my head. Some random game in there. Anyway, it's going to be one player, which we have seen before. It is our Terran player, Bunny. He's from Denmark. He plays for the Copenhagen Wolves team. And number 95 on the WCS, which is pretty awesome. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep saying the points every game that they've received, because I don't know. It just... yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will. I'll probably say it for Mr. ForGG, because I have not actually cast a game from this guy before, and he is actually pretty awesome according to his WCS rank. So let's have a look at him. He's from South Korea. He plays for the Millennium team. I think IMI must stand for Millennium. I'm not really sure, but it's a good thing to sort of assume. And yeah, he's currently number 20 in the WCS with 2,525 points. So a nice round. Is that called a palindrome or something? Is a palindrome? I think you can completely reverse a palindrome, so it's like 191 is a palindrome, or 1MI would be a palindrome, because then you can reverse the digits, the order, and it's exactly the same number. So 2525, not quite a palindrome, but it's almost there, almost. So anyway, going to be jumping into an awesome TvT going on here from WCS Season 2. And Bunny, he's a pretty good player. He's been getting into a lot of tournaments and been doing some good work in the lower brackets. We have not really seen him in the playoffs too much, so probably a bit unfortunate for that. But we've I see him all over the place in the brackets for all sorts of tournaments. So he's definitely gets out there and does a lot of stuff. And ForGG, for all that he is a really great player according to his WCS rank, I've never cast a game from him before, and I think that's just a case of, you know, I haven't cast a game from him before. I mean, I've got replays, obviously, this is one of them, but I've just never cast him before, so it's going to be great to see how he shapes up in this game. I'm expecting very good things from him, obviously. And yeah, so he's got a single barrack so far with a reactor on it. As far as the harvesters go, he's doing pretty good. He's going for a command center at the 4-minute mark, so not super slow, not super fast. That's pretty good. A little bit dicey, but he is getting a factory as well, and this reactor on the barracks is going to be able to shell out a lot of marines. It's an interesting decision to get this reactor. A lot of players would simply get a second barracks if they wanted this many marines early on. I could only assume that he wants the reactor to bust out Hellions once the factory goes down. So yeah, so I guess the point is he got the reactor as early as he possibly could, and that gives him an opportunity to bust out a lot more marines while the factory is being built. So kind of a nice decision. You get the reactor a lot earlier than you need, and you get a ton of marines out before the factory comes out, and you don't have to build any second barracks. Well, I don't know. I mean, it saves you on minerals. That's pretty much it, but it costs you a lot of gas. So this is a 50-50. Barracks is 150 minerals, so it saves you 150 minerals. It costs you 50 gas. But I suppose you have to build it anyway when you're getting the factory. So yeah, and this, of course, building a reactor doesn't actually require an SCV, whereas building another barracks does. So anyway, you've got a starport going down, so all the tech is coming out. And same thing with Bunny. He's got the reactor on the barracks as well, and he's got a tac lab on the factory. I don't know if these guys are going to do a swapsy in a sec. I would not be surprised, because a tech lab on a barracks, you'll start to get out stim and all that other fun stuff and go for a bunch of Hellions or Widow Mines on the reactor. But if he leaves it like this, man, then we could be seeing some tank play, and that would be okay by me, because Marine tank, Terran versus Terran, very awesome play. But here we go, 4 Hellions coming out, and he's continuing to build a couple more. So really thinking about it, the Hellions run out, they see the Banshee, and they're like, oh shit. So not going to be good at all. We do have Cloak on the way, so instantly going to be cloaking out, and GG does have enough thing. There we go, there's the scan. Just as the Viking comes out, the Banshee just had no hope at all. Killed about 2 Marines, but that was it. So, pretty nice play before GG there. Bit lucky that he actually had enough energy for a scan there. He could have put down a mule half a second before he saw the Banshee, and then he might have been in a bit of a crap position. He might have lost a lot more before he got enough energy for a scan back up. So, little bit of luck, and getting that Viking out at a nice time as well. So now he's got a bunch of Hellions out, and we do have tank play coming out for Buddy. So it's going to be Marine tank, at least for him, with another Banshee on the field. And with this single Raven out, he's actually going to be pushing out a little bit. How do you get a Raven? He's got a tech lab. Oh, he's got a tech lab. Of course, he's building Banshees, so he must have a tech lab there. And here we go. The Hellions going straight for the Marines. One of them goes... Did one of them go down? I feel like he's got 8 here, so I don't feel like he's actually lost any. Of course, the unit's lost tab is not working, so we cannot test this, but ForGG, he's actually got 9 total, so I guess he did lose 1. Where is his Marines? He needs a lot more Marines. He does not have them at the moment. And with the tank there, oh man, starting to shred some of the Marines, but the Hellions, man, they're doing a pretty good job. But there's actually so many SCVs in this army, they're sort of running interference there. And the Marines, for the most part, survived that battle. And we do actually have a Banshee for ForGG coming out as well. He's got a cloak up here. Are we going to see a scan from Bunny to take this Banshee out? I am not sure. He's got his own cloaked Banshee over there. And there we go, the Marine's going down, but this guy is almost out of cloak. I think he's got enough to really scare those Marines back into the Stone Age. Meanwhile, we do have a Banshee coming up here. Bunny, he does have a Viking and a Raven combo, so that's going to be more than enough to take the Banshee out. Banshee has 9 kills, however. That's a ton of workers that has been taken out. This Banshee's finally run out of steam, deciding to retreat. Probably a good idea. The auto turret's still chilling there, looking quite awesome. Look at this, look at this. I don't know how it stores all the ammo, man, because this thing has, like, there's no ammo storage at all down at the base. Unless it stores it underground or something like that. But anyway, let's have a look at the income. Despite all of those workers lost for ForGG, man, he has managed to keep on top of it. Of course, he does have the second base already, whereas Bunny is only just now building his second base, so that probably adds a lot to it. And the Viking is going nuts on the Banshee, but yeah, not quite a large amount of damage potential coming out from just a single Viking. So, and now ForGG, I mean, he's still evened up. He's trying to get in the lead, and he really should be getting in the lead, but the fact is, he's just not, because he keeps getting his workers killed. And here we go, Bunny actually moving out. Decides he needs to start mining ASAP off this second base. And, whoa, here we go. 4 tanks with a small smattering of Marines. And the Hellions trying to flank them, but you cannot flank. Oh, man, they are trapped. They saw the Banshee, they're like, shit, we got to get out of here, and ran straight back into the tanks. So, Mr. ForGG, continuing, look at this, 4 more Hellions. What is this guy thinking? That's nuts. That's almost stupid at this point. Building that many Hellions against this tank play. I mean, you do not put Hellions against tanks. It is retarded. It really is. Although he does have a bunch of Banshees, so I guess it kind of works. It kind of works because, all right, so he has to use the Hellions to take out all the Marines, and then the Banshees finish off the tanks. That's kind of how what his plan is, and it kind of worked out because he did sack a lot of Hellions to take out all the Marines, but he did take them out. And now the tanks are just like, oh shit. So we're going to see a scan here. Oh, at least he doesn't even need a scan because that one ran out of energy, but there is still another one. Does he know there's another one? Not sure, but it definitely did work there. I really don't know if this is going to be a long-term strategy there, because throwing Hellions into a siege tank line to take out the Marines, I feel like it's just not a good idea. I feel like eventually the game might be over right now, but eventually Bunny would just get a ton of Marines, enough to be able to scare away the Hellions by themselves. Maybe you can get Blue Flame, but I do not know. And it looks like this is over though. It looks like ForGG, I mean, he's pushed out right here. He's decided that Hellions are enough as a burst tactic to take out those Marines and then use Banshees to finish off the tanks. It's an interesting strategy, and long term, I really don't think it would have worked. But right here, right now, he pushed out, and with the help of those Banshees, man, he made it work. So congratulations to him. And obviously we can see why he's such a good player, because that strategy was, I've never seen anything like it, but it was so effective. And congratulations to Mr. ForGG for a really, really well played game. And yeah, this has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another one. Stay tuned.